Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Clinton Howell Team's Weekly Market Update. I'm your host, Clinton Howell, broker and team lead with RE/MAX Escarpment Realty. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd. What the Howell is going on? Let's first of all start with a quick chat about what's happening with the Bank of Canada. January 29th is our next decision date for interest rates. Hopefully they come down again. I am expecting them to come down 25 basis points. I'd love to see more, but I think it's going to be a modest reduction. The inflation numbers came out for December, and those numbers came in at 1.8%, down from 1.9%. Now, keep in mind there was an HST holiday on certain items, which did play a factor in that. However, it's still well within their range and under 2%. So I am expecting to see an interest rate drop. We've also got the wild card in effect with the new presidency in the U.S., potential tariffs coming out, which are going to affect Canada on February 1st. But is it a negotiation tactic? We don't know. We do know that President Trump is quite the negotiator, so we will see what happens. It could just be a way of getting discussions happening for the North American Free Trade Agreement to make some new arrangements. So we will see what happens there. But so far, it looks like the stock markets are responding relatively well. There's been kind of a wild ride going on in the bond market, so there's been some increases and then decreases again in the fixed mortgage rates. So the way I look at it is let's not worry about it. What's happening specifically in the real estate market is what matters to me and to my followers. So, first of all, what's happening with the motivation on the buyer's side? Let's take a look at the RE/MAX Escarpment, RE/MAX Niagara Appointment Centre. RE/MAX Escarpment and Niagara's sold to new listing ratio. So this is looking at the comparison between the sold properties versus the number of new listings coming into the market, has been trending upwards over the last few years in January and outpacing our trading area competition. So illustrating our agents' ability to market and price with the expertise that it takes to sell homes in this fluctuating market. So last week, the appointment to sold index was 9.4. So this means that on average, it's taking 9.4 showings to get a property sold. This is a pretty low number of showings. It's a pretty aggressive number. So what we are seeing as we dig into the local market data is that the inventory is now starting to come into the market. We're seeing a lot more sellers entering, which is to be expected, as we knew that we anticipated that the spring market would be kicking in earlier than usual because of the amount of pent-up demand and also with regard to the interest rates that have been dropping over the past few months. So, what do we specifically have for information regarding the Burlington area? We've got 330 active listings, which is up from a week ago at 304. So like I said, the inventory is entering the market. We're seeing 71 sales that have happened in the past 30 days. And as a result of this information, we got 4.65 months worth of supply. Now, this number is going to go down relatively quickly because we are seeing an absorption ratio right now based on the past 30 days. Absorption's talking about sales versus new listings. So 38.8%. Now, however, this has been extremely high recently. Last week was 64%. Week before that, 104%. So this stat's all over the map because a lot of new listings weren't happening for the first part of the new year, and now they're starting to flood in. So it's going to start to balance out. We're going to see a lot more buyers faces presenting in the marketplace because a lot of buyers, I can tell you, are sitting right now and watching, looking, waiting for the right inventory, the right products to come on the market for them. So we're going to see a lot of transactions starting up very soon. The median days on market has dropped back down to 30, and the average has dropped down to 43. So this has come down about 7 to 8 days lower than it was a week ago. So things are starting to sell fairly quickly, and we're seeing a bit tighter negotiations than we were. 97.51 is the percentage of the sold price versus original list price right now. So we're seeing about 2.5% off on those trades that have successfully happened. In the Hamilton area, again, increased inventory. We have 1,376 active listings, 244 sales in the past 30 days, about 5.5 months worth of supply. Looking like a buyer's market currently, but like I said, that's just because a lot of inventory is coming into the market very quickly. So as a result, our absorption rate is fairly low, but that's going to be changing soon, I can assure you. We're seeing median days on market at 44, which is down from 47. Average days on market at 55, down from 57. And again, as we start seeing a lot of the new inventory coming in, getting snapped up quickly, we're going to see those days on market dropping. Negotiations are typically right now for successful trades about 3.2% off in the Hamilton area. In Oakville, we've got 165 active listings, which is up from 132. 27 sales in the past 30 days, so not a lot. 6 months worth of supply. That's a pretty big number. And we're seeing an absorption rate very low. But again, this is temporary, 25% right now. Last week was 43. The week prior to that was 102%. So it's all over the market because early in the year, a lot of buyers were still there. There wasn't many listings coming out. Now there's lots of listings coming in all at once. So it will balance out. Median days on market's 24, which is down from 28. Average days on market's 33, as some of the older inventory has been getting snapped up. So the average is a bit higher. We're seeing successful trades typically coming in around 3% off of the asking price in the Oakville area. That's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, please reach out. Love to hear from my fans, and we'll see you next week.